Hi everyone, my name is Asreen Rostami and I am presenting a paper co-authored with my colleague Donald McMillan. This paper is based on the data I collected during my PhD research, where I investigated the use of novel interactive technologies such as virtual reality in artistic practices. For this paper, we use mixed reality performances to analyze and unpack details of the natural, everyday troubles of using VR in designing and experiencing live mixed reality performances. As we have seen over the last couple of years, virtual reality has been an interesting and inspiring technology for many, for journalists to create immersive stories alongside their reports, and for performing artists and movie directors to create novel artistic experiences. With respect to interactive performances with VR, mixed reality performances have been a source of inspiration for HCI and interaction design, and researchers have taken advantage of the artistry and creativity of this discipline to inform their works and point towards different possibilities of interaction within the performances. For instance, in a previous work, we have presented different performative and interactive strategies that were employed by artists to design an immersive artwork through the use of narratives and live physical interactions between participants and performers. We position this study within HCI's interest in examining experts and practitioners' everyday practices and exposing them for analysis, discussion, and design. One goal of our work is to provide an understanding of different challenges that emerging technologies could create not only for those who are interested in curating mixed reality experiences, but also for those designing novel technical artifacts to support immersive VR experiences. Empirical data was collected over 3 years following the performance-led research in the wild approach. Our data includes field notes and video recordings of performances collected from different runs of these artworks. In the paper, we present our analysis through a series of graphic transcriptions similar to the one presented here, but in this video presentation, we use recorded videos to better demonstrate the scene and its related interactions. Our first performance, The Shared Individual, is a 20 minutes live mixed reality performance designed and performed by the Swedish artist group Bombina Bombast in collaboration with the Danish film studio Makropol. The artistic goal behind this performance is to provide the audience with an out-of-body experience and challenge the audience's notion of reality by forcing them to give up the control over their bodies in VR. In this performance, a live performer shares her point of view with a group of live audience members by wearing a head-mounted 360-degree camera that streams live video from her point of view to the audience's smartphone-based Gear VR. Our second case, Frictional Realities, is a 30 minutes live co-present performance designed by Noah Helvig, a Swedish artist and performer based in Stockholm, Sweden. This performance was designed as part of the collaboration between me and Noah to explore the concept of friction with the goal of designing an embodied mixed reality performance. The artistic goal of the performance is to play with participants' perception of reality and sense of presence within the experience of an immersive performance. During the performance, a performer facilitates the experience by inviting participants to follow her voice, interact with the physical or virtual world, and explore the consequences of their actions. In the paper, we present a set of problems encountered by the artists of these two cases, as well as different coping mechanisms they employed. We present how artists and performers successfully stage managed their VR performances, how they choreographed the maintenance task the technology needed in order to keep it functioning within the performance, and how they adapted their actions and the performance when things went wrong. In this video presentation, however, we will focus on the challenges and opportunities that the isolation of VR participants brings to the management of the performance. In the case of Frictional Realities, the performance itself was not developed for the stage with an audience. However, at the request of the National Theatre funding our project, we provided a showcase of the early sketches for a selected member of the institution. One issue that this raised was that while the stage management activities were still invisible to the primary participants who were wearing head-mounted displays, these activities were not invisible to the audience. This meant that the audience at times reacted to these actions, which the participants could hear but could not reconcile with the experience that was being presented to them in VR. For instance, as presented in this vignette, the narrator comments that a participant's clumsy action caused an object to fall on the ground. Right after saying this, a performer would drop an empty tube and making loud noise to create a sense of illusion for both participants that one of their actions resulted in this incident. During this scene, we saw and heard that the audience started laughing to this composition, knowing that this was in fact a trick by performers to mess with participants. Following the audience's reaction, the other participant decided to manipulate the audience's reaction or respond to it by dropping another object purposefully. Such an unexpected and unscripted change resulted in the actor being out of position for the next scripted action, and another member of the team was forced to take action and run to the participant.
The participant was impatient and clumsy, and therefore, before they knew it, had knocked something over. The participant put Bill on a pedestal. Bill frowned while the participant attempted to do so.
In the case presented, the team could recover with few improvised set of movements. However, the reality of working with new technology in situations for which it was not designed for or tested for is that at times it will break down. In the cases we studied, we observed that sometimes the problem would manifest itself in a way that artists were resigned to employ more extreme measures. For example, during the rehearsal run of the shared individual, the Gear VR headset of one of the participants stopped working, and this resulted in disconnecting the participant from live video stream. This could only be fixed with a full restart of the phone in Gear VR, which would take almost a minute. In this case, the participant was told that there was a problem and that they could take off their headset and sit back until the problem is fixed, and then they can continue the performance. As we can see in this video, the other participants and performers continue with the performance. The nature of the performance and the relative isolation of each participant through over-ear headphones in combination with the head-mounted displays meant that the troubleshooting of technology could be done without impacting the other participants. In our paper, we have outlined 4 possible tools that would help artists and others who produce and manage content in VR to focus not only on the technology and its ongoing maintenance, but on the artistic experience they want to impart on their audience. For the management of ongoing performances, we propose tools that aim to expand the artist's understanding of the audience's awareness in VR, manage what they can see and hear of the virtual and physical worlds in real time by a way of introducing VRJ systems, and manipulate the attention of the participants towards events and objects of narrative significance. We also propose a tool to help in the planning of the performance, taking into account varying numbers of the participants, different configurations of performance spaces, and the limitations of available technology. Full details of these suggestions are presented in the paper. Thank you so much for listening. Please reach out if you have any questions.